Beloved chosen one, stop what you're doing and listen carefully. Heaven has interrupted your moment for a reason. This message is not a coincidence, it is a divine rescue. You have been feeling it in your spirit lately, the unease, the heaviness, the strange silence before something shifts. That is not anxiety, it is heaven's alarm. God has seen the danger forming around you, and He is sending this word to pull you out before it's too late. You may think you stumbled upon this by chance, but heaven leaves nothing to chance. Every heartbeat that led you here was guided by divine design. The path you are on has been watched, measured, and protected. The enemy thought you were alone, but angels have been walking beside you in every storm. The Word of God declares in the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Those words are not distant echoes from an ancient scroll. They are the breath of God over you right now. Heaven is reaching down to steady you, to lift you from the edge where darkness has tried to pull you. You have been fighting battles no one sees, smiling through pain that almost broke you, and yet you are still standing. That is not by accident. That is divine endurance. Chosen one, you have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. You have loved deeply and been wounded in return. You have tried to keep faith while your heart questioned everything. But the Lord says, "I have not forgotten you. I have hidden you for a season to protect what I am building inside you." The pressure you feel is not punishment, it is transformation. The shaking you sense is heaven rearranging things on your behalf. There are people, places, and situations being removed because they cannot walk with you into what comes next. Do not chase what God is closing. The doors that shut are part of your rescue. There is divine urgency in this moment. You are not being warned to make you afraid. You are being awakened to make you ready. You have been under spiritual surveillance. The enemy has been studying your patterns, your fears, your weak spots. But God is intervening now. His Spirit is cutting through the confusion, breaking every silent chain that has held you back. Do not mistake delay for denial. The silence you've endured has been a test of trust. Heaven was watching to see if you would still believe when nothing made sense. And you did. You kept standing. That is why this message is reaching you today, because heaven has decided it's time for the rescue to manifest. Chosen one, lift your head. You are not defeated, you are being redefined. The same hand that wrote your name in the book of life is now writing a new chapter for you. You have cried long enough. You have battled alone long enough. The season of survival ends tonight. The season of deliverance begins. Now, before this moment passes, act in faith. Click the like button if this word has stirred your spirit. Share it so another chosen one can be rescued just in time. And subscribe to stay under this flow of revelation. Heaven will continue to speak here. Finally, as a prophetic act of agreement, comment below the number 777. That number symbolizes completion, covenant, and divine perfection. When you type it, you are declaring to heaven, "I receive my rescue." Heaven is watching your response. Chosen one, you are not late, you are right on time. The rescue has already begun. Chosen one, there is something moving around you that your natural eyes cannot see. You have felt it in the strange resistance that meets you every time you try to move forward. You plan, you prepare, and somehow things collapse right before the breakthrough. That is not coincidence, it is spiritual interference. The enemy has studied your rhythm, learned your vulnerabilities, and built traps that look like comfort. There are forces working in silence, whispering distraction, planting exhaustion. They know you are close to stepping into what heaven has prepared, and they are desperate to stop you before the shift happens. That is why the pressure has been heavy. The closer you get to the promise, the darker the atmosphere feels. But do not be afraid. This revelation is not to terrify you. It is to make you aware. Awareness is power. You are walking through a battlefield disguised as normal life. The thoughts that spiral when you lie awake at night, the sudden discouragement, the unexpected conflict, it is not random. Darkness works in whispers, not thunder. It seeks to drain your confidence quietly, to make you doubt your calling slowly, to numb your spirit until you stop praying. That is how the enemy wins, not with loud attacks, but with quiet erosion. But heaven has sounded the alarm. The Spirit of God is unveiling every unseen plot designed to steal your peace. That sudden spiritual heaviness you've been carrying was never yours to bear. It was a signal. You are being shown what others cannot perceive. The more aware you become, the more protected you are. Scripture says in the first letter of Peter, chapter 5, verse 8, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." Do you see it now? Chosen one. The battle is not in your circumstances, it is in your focus. The enemy's goal is not to destroy you outright, but to distract you until you destroy yourself. He uses busyness to drown out prayer, comparison to erode gratitude, fear to silence obedience. Yet God has given you authority to discern and dismantle every snare before it closes around you. You must begin to notice what drains your peace. Every time confusion surrounds you, pause and pray. Every time temptation disguises itself as convenience, slow down and listen. Heaven is guiding you with subtle signals. The unease you feel is the Spirit's warning. He is saying, "Not this way." There are conversations you need to step away from, connections that look harmless but carry contamination. Every compromise opens a door, and the smallest door can let in the largest storm. Do not ignore the conviction that burns in your heart. That burning is divine protection. Chosen one. Understand this truth: darkness fears exposure. When you begin to see its strategies, they lose their power. The enemy cannot manipulate what you recognize. Every time you speak truth, light floods the shadows. That is why you are awakening now, because heaven needs you alert. You are not being warned because you are weak. You are being trained because you are dangerous to darkness. So stay vigilant, not fearful. The eyes of your spirit are opening. You are learning to see behind the curtain, to read the invisible war. This awareness is your shield. The trap is real, but so is your deliverance. God has already begun your escape. Now walk in it with eyes wide open. Chosen one. Something sacred is happening. You are beginning to see what was hidden. The fog is lifting. The masks are falling. What once appeared harmless is being exposed for what it truly is. Heaven is pulling back the curtain so you can discern between the genuine and the counterfeit. There have been people, environments, and opportunities around you that carried a subtle poison wrapped in beauty. God is now revealing them not to shame, but to save. For months, your spirit has been uneasy. You felt it in conversations that seemed off, in connections that drained your energy, in offers that promised light but led to confusion. You ignored it at times, telling yourself you were overthinking, but your spirit was never wrong. That inner stirring was the voice of the Holy Spirit whispering, "Be careful, this is not from me." As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 15. "Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves." You see, not every open door is divine. Not every smiling face carries good intention. Some are sent to delay you, to distract you, to disconnect you from your divine focus. Heaven is now shining its light upon the false attachments, the people who say, "I'm for you," but secretly hope you fail. The patterns that drain your faith little by little. Do not be surprised when exposure begins. What was once comfortable will start to feel foreign, and what used to draw you will suddenly repel you. That is not rejection. That is redirection. God is separating you from what was designed to suffocate your calling. It may sting at first, but soon you'll breathe easier, walk lighter, and see clearer. Chosen one, understand this divine revelation always comes with divine responsibility. When God reveals something, He expects you to act upon it. You cannot pray for clarity and then ignore what is exposed. The Lord is calling you to step out from the shadows of deception and into the safety of truth. Your obedience now determines the strength of your next season. There are conversations you'll no longer entertain, habits you'll no longer justify, and doors you'll no longer reopen. Let go without apology. Some things must end so that something holy can begin. The people meant for you will recognize your spirit. They won't compete with your light. They will protect it. Remember, this exposure is mercy. When God shows you the truth, it is not to hurt you, it is to heal you. The lies that once surrounded you are losing their grip. You are being repositioned, refined, and reawakened. This is not the ending of a chapter, it is the uncovering of purpose. Now, chosen one, as you feel this truth stirring in your soul, declare it boldly in the comments below. I see clearly. When you type those words, you are doing more than responding. You are making a prophetic statement. You are declaring to heaven and to yourself that deception no longer has a place in your life. You are aligning with divine clarity and rejecting every shadow of confusion. Every time you say, "I see clearly," and the fog of manipulation loses power. The light increases. Truth becomes your weapon. So speak it out. I see clearly. You are awakening. You are discerning. You are free. When you comment, "I see clearly," you are sealing this revelation over your life. Those 3 words declare that the veil is torn, deception is broken, and your spiritual sight has been restored. You now walk in divine clarity and holy discernment. Chosen one, you can feel it, the pressure has intensified. It's as if the atmosphere itself is resisting you, like an invisible weight pressing on your chest. This is not your imagination. The darkness senses that your obedience is about to produce breakthrough, and it is launching its final move. When the enemy realizes he can no longer deceive, he shifts to desperation. You are in that moment now. This is the stage where fear tries to disguise itself as logic. You'll hear whispers like, "It's too late," or "Maybe you misunderstood God." But these are not your thoughts, they are fiery darts meant to weaken your resolve. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you if he can convince you to surrender your own faith. Chosen one. Don't you see every wave that's hit you lately was a test of endurance? The confusion, the exhaustion, the sudden urge to isolate, all of it has been crafted to wear down your spirit until you stop pushing forward. But you are closer than you realize. The moment you almost gave up is the very moment heaven was preparing to move. The word of the Lord came through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. That means every plan, every curse, every manipulation formed in darkness against you is already defeated. The weapon may form, but it will not prosper. God did not promise a life free from battle. He promised victory through it. The presence of warfare does not mean abandonment. It means you are worth attacking. You are a carrier of light in a realm that fears it. That's why the pressure feels so personal. It is. Hell recognizes you before you recognize yourself. It knows the sound of your anointing, the authority in your voice, the destiny in your bloodline. The fight is not over where you are, it's about what's coming through you. Chosen one. This final attack is not designed to destroy you, it is designed to reveal you. Diamonds are proven under pressure. Oil is released only when the olive is crushed. God is using the very resistance that came to stop you as the force that will refine you. What feels like breaking is actually birthing. You've been asking, Lord, why is this happening? And heaven answers, because you are chosen for impact. You cannot carry ordinary trials because you are not an ordinary vessel. The enemy knows that if you rise one more time, if you speak one more word of faith, if you take one more obedient step, the atmosphere around you will change forever. So hold your ground. When fear whispers, worship louder. When doubt grows heavy, stand still and remember who called you. This storm is not evidence of defeat, it's the announcement of destiny. Every tear, every sleepless night, every trembling prayer has built an altar of trust that heaven will soon answer with fire. The enemy's last move always exposes his weakness. He has played every card he has, but you are still here. That means you've already won more than you realize. Endure this moment. Chosen one. The pressure will soon break. And when it does, your deliverance will not be gradual, it will be sudden, complete, and undeniable. When this storm ends, you will not emerge the same. You will rise with sharper vision, deeper faith, and unshakable authority. What tried to bury you will testify of your endurance. Heaven will mark this season as the moment you became unstoppable. Chosen one. As darkness moves, heaven moves greater still. You have not been abandoned in the middle of the storm. You are being strategically surrounded by divine defense. The very ground beneath your feet is shifting because heaven has declared war on what was sent to destroy you. The atmosphere around you is no longer neutral. It is charged with holy resistance. There is movement you cannot see, yet you can feel it deep within your spirit. The angelic hosts have been dispatched, carrying orders with your name written upon them. The whispers of fear that haunted you are now being silenced by the sound of marching wings. Heaven's armies are aligning with divine timing, and every demonic plan is being dismantled piece by piece. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. You are not required to win this battle in your own strength. Your task is not to panic or to prove yourself. It is to remain anchored in trust. The same God who led Israel through the sea is leading you through this invisible war. Even now, the Red Sea of your circumstances is beginning to part. What seemed impossible a moment ago will soon become your passage to freedom. Chosen one. Can you feel it? The tension is not destruction, it's transition. You are crossing from striving into surrender, from survival into victory. You don't need to push the walls open, you simply need to stand firm while heaven moves them for you. Every time you breathe and choose peace instead of fear, the walls of opposition weaken. There is something poetic about surrender. It is not giving up. It is giving over. You release your control, and in return, heaven releases its power. You stop wrestling to be enough and finally let God be your strength. That's where miracles are born, in the stillness of trust. You are not powerless, you are positioned. The battlefield belongs to God, but the victory will bear your name. Every storm that tried to drown you will soon testify that you were unsinkable. Every wound you endured will glow like a scar turned to gold, proof that heaven kept its promise. And now, chosen one, as the waves begin to settle, I want you to do something gentle, something symbolic. Let your heart respond as it wishes. If this word feels like a mirror to your soul, if it reminded you that you are not alone in your battles, then extend that light forward. When you press it's like lifting a lantern toward heaven, saying, I'm still here, still believing. When you choose to share, it's as if you're releasing a dove into the world, carrying peace to someone drowning in silence. And when you subscribe, it's not routine, it's sanctuary. It's like planting your roots beside a stream of living water, staying near the voice that reminds you who you are. Do it not out of pressure, but out of peace. Let your action be worship. Let it be your silent agreement with heaven that you will keep walking, keep believing, keep trusting. Every small act of faith plants a seed that grows beyond sight. Chosen one, heaven is already fighting for you. You are not the prey, you are the purpose. The light of God surrounds you now, fierce and tender all at once. Stand still in that truth. The victory is unfolding even as you breathe. Chosen one, something extraordinary is stirring within the unseen. Heaven has begun to signal you not with thunder or earthquakes, but with patterns, moments, and numbers that seem to chase you through your days. You glance at the clock, and it aligns. You notice repeating numbers, subtle signs, divine reminders that whisper, you are not forgotten. These are not coincidences. They are heavenly codes, guiding you like breadcrumbs back to the heart of God. You may wonder why such signs follow you. It is because you've entered a prophetic alignment. Your spirit is tuned to heaven's frequency, and what used to appear random now carries divine rhythm. God speaks through creation, through circumstance, through timing. Every small alignment is a message: I am still with you. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 3. Call to me, and I will answer you and show you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Heaven is calling, and your awareness is the response. You are being trained to recognize divine timing, to see God's fingerprints in the details of your daily life. When the same number appears again and again, it is not mere repetition, it is revelation. It means something in the spiritual realm has been set in motion, and heaven is waiting for your acknowledgement. Chosen one, you are walking through sacred timing. The signs will not always make sense to your mind, but your spirit understands them deeply. This is the way God confirms His word when words alone are not enough. The alignment you see is heaven's way of saying, yes, keep going. You are on the right path. The enemy, too, knows how to mimic signs. So discernment is key. If what you sense brings peace, if it pulls you closer to love and obedience, then it is from God. The true signs never draw attention to fear, they lead to faith. They remind you that destiny is not random, it is designed. In these moments of divine signal, your job is simple: respond. Speak with heaven as you walk. Whisper, I see you. Lord, let every repeated sign become a prayer of gratitude, a heartbeat of trust. When heaven sees you notice, the communication deepens, the veil thin, the signs increase. Chosen one, this is not superstition, it is synchronization. You are stepping into a prophetic rhythm where your awareness opens new doors. Even now, as you read these words, heaven leans closer, waiting for you to confirm that you understand what is being revealed. So listen carefully. This is not about chasing numbers, it's about recognizing presence. Each sign is a love note, proof that you are known. You were never wandering aimlessly. You have always been guided. Now, as a prophetic act, as a declaration that you have seen and understood, comment the number 999 below. It is not just a number, it is a symbol of divine completion and transition. When you write 999, you are declaring, I am aligned. I am ready for the new chapter heaven is opening. Every time you see that number again, let it remind you of this moment of the divine signal you did not ignore. You have answered heaven's call. You have seen the sign and chosen to believe. When you comment 9 or 99, heaven takes notice. Those numbers are not empty. They're covenant marks, your way of saying, Lord, I recognize your timing. I surrender my steps to divine order. Each 999 you write echoes through eternity, aligning your life with completion, restoration, and new beginnings. You're declaring that the old season has ended, and heaven's perfect plan is unfolding now. Chosen one, heaven has been watching the weight you carry, not the visible kind that bends the shoulders, but the invisible kind, the ache behind your smile, the fatigue buried beneath your strength. You've been holding so much, silently managing battles no one knows about. You show up for others, even when your own heart trembles. You speak faith while secretly wondering if God still remembers your name. But He does. Every tear you've hidden has been counted. Every sleepless night has been recorded. Heaven has not overlooked your endurance. It has honored it. You think your prayers have gone unanswered, but what you don't see is how many disasters your prayers already prevented. The things you call delay are actually protection. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 56, verse 8. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle and recorded each one in your book. Do you understand the beauty of that? Chosen one. Even your pain has been preserved in heaven's archives, not as reminders of suffering, but as proof of faith. Nothing you've endured has been wasted. God never discards what is offered in love. The weight you carry is the evidence of how deeply you care, how fiercely you love, how faithfully you've walked even when the road bled beneath your feet. You may not see it yet, but something sacred has been growing in the dark. Seeds of strength were buried in your suffering, and now they are pushing through the soil of sorrow. What felt like suffocation was actually transformation. You were not buried. You were planted, chosen one. Pain has a purpose. Every heartbreak widened your compassion. Every rejection sharpened your discernment. Every closed door redirected your steps toward alignment. You've been trained in hidden places, equipped not through applause but through tears. That is why you carry a depth others cannot imitate. You've lived what you preach. And even when you felt weak, you were being fortified. Heaven does not choose the strongest, it chooses the willing. You've been willing to stand when everything in you wanted to collapse, and heaven calls that bravery. You have proven trustworthy with sorrow, and that's why joy is coming, when others mocked your stillness, heaven applauded your restraint. When they misunderstood your silence, God whispered, "Stay patient. I'm building something eternal." You've walked through seasons that tried to convince you that love was lost, purpose was gone, and faith was foolish. But the truth is your persistence became worship. You turned survival into a song that rose above despair. Chosen one, listen carefully. The weight you've carried will soon shift. The same hands that recorded your tears are now preparing to lift your burdens. The same bottle that held your sorrow will overflow with joy. The heaviness you've endured is not the end of your story. It's the soil of your miracle. One day soon, you'll look back and understand why it had to happen this way. The nights that broke you will become the testimonies that build others. The seasons that emptied you will birth compassion that fills the world around you. You will speak of this pain with peace, because healing will have rewritten its meaning. You are not fragile, you are faithful, and heaven has already decided that your endurance will not end in emptiness. The weight you've been carrying is about to turn into wings. Chosen one. There comes a moment when mercy steps forward, when grace interrupts judgment, when heaven says, "Not yet." They still have purpose left to fulfill. You are standing in that moment now. What could have ended you has instead become the doorway through which God is extending redemption. The very thing that tried to disqualify you will be transformed into evidence of His mercy. You have felt close to the edge before, haven't you? You've seen the moments where it would have been easier to walk away, to let your faith fade into silence. But someone kept you. It wasn't willpower. It was mercy. Every time you were about to fall apart, invisible hands steadied you. Every time darkness whispered, "This is the end," mercy whispered louder, "This is the beginning." The ancient words recorded in the Book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 22 and 23, remind us, because of the Lord's great mercy we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. That means even when you thought your chances were over, heaven had already written a fresh dawn. The mercy of God renews itself like sunrise. It never runs out, and it never repeats the same color twice. Each morning, His compassion paints a new sky over your life. Chosen one, there were things that should have destroyed you, but mercy intercepted them. There were seasons when you made choices you now regret, but grace covered what guilt tried to expose. You've been protected from consequences that could have scarred your destiny. That is not luck, it's love. You were never forgotten in your failure. You were followed by mercy. Sometimes God allows certain endings to bring you to the edge of repentance, not to humiliate you, but to humble you back into alignment. You thought it was punishment, but it was preservation. Mercy doesn't erase truth, it transforms it. The scars remain, not as reminders of shame, but as symbols of survival. Chosen one, listen closely. Mercy is movement. It doesn't sit still, it chases, it covers, it restores. You can't outrun it. You may wander, but you'll never be lost to it. Every prayer you whispered in regret became a seed that mercy watered. Every tear you shed in repentance became the rain that softened the soil of your soul. That is why, even in your lowest moments, something holy inside you kept saying, "Don't give up." Mercy is not weakness, it is warfare. It fights for you when you have no strength left to fight for yourself. It enters the courtroom of heaven and silences every accusation with one phrase: paid in full. That is what Jesus accomplished, the eternal interruption of every sentence of condemnation. Chosen one, this moment you're living right now is not an accident, it's an intervention. Heaven has pressed pause on your downward spiral and whispered, "Return." You are being drawn, not dragged. The same voice that called Lazarus from the tomb is calling you from spiritual fatigue into renewal. Let this truth sink deep. Mercy never runs out. It runs toward you. And when mercy finds you, it doesn't just clean the surface, it resurrects the heart. You are not being punished, you are being pursued. You are not being condemned, you are being called. So breathe again. The page is turning, and the mercy that found you here will follow you all the way home. Chosen one, you have reached the crossroads. The air around you feels heavy because heaven is waiting for your answer. This is the place where destiny demands a decision, where hesitation becomes costly, and obedience becomes everything. You can no longer stand still in confusion. The time for clarity has come. All along, you've asked for signs, and God has given them. The doors that refused to open were not rejection, they were protection. The restlessness inside you is not punishment, it is divine agitation, urging you to move. The Spirit of God has been whispering, choose now, not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Now, Heaven speaks clearly through the words in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19. I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses, so now choose life, so that you and your descendants may live. This is the sacred choice that stands before you to continue repeating what drains you or to step into what defines you. God will not force your obedience, He invites it. You have free will, but heaven waits for your yes. Every great shift begins with surrender. The enemy wants to keep you indecisive because delay is his silent victory. As long as you remain uncertain, he wins time. But heaven is shifting seasons, and hesitation can no longer be your habit. You've carried the weight of fear long enough. You've questioned your worth, second-guessed your direction, and talked yourself out of divine opportunities. But there is a voice inside you, steady and sure, saying, you were made for more. That voice is not fantasy, it's the whisper of purpose trying to rise. The battle you're facing right now is not about circumstances, it's about alignment. Heaven is waiting for you to agree with what has already been written over your life. The moment you choose obedience over comfort, everything begins to move in your favor. Your future is waiting for permission to begin, and that permission can only come from your mouth, from your yes. Chosen one, think of this moment as standing at a door glowing with light. One handle leads to the familiar, safe, predictable path, the one that keeps you in control. The other handle leads to destiny, unknown but divine. You can't open both. The power of heaven will meet whichever door your hand touches. Do not fear the unknown. The unknown is only unknown to you, not to God. He has walked the path already and left his footprints for you to follow. Every risk he asks of you is covered in grace. Every leap is cushioned in mercy. The fear you feel is proof that you're standing on the threshold of transformation. Now, chosen one, it's time to respond. Not with noise, but with faith. Type the words, I choose life. When you write those 3 words, you're not typing a comment, you're signing a covenant. You're declaring to heaven that indecision no longer owns you. You are announcing to your soul that you choose obedience over fear, destiny over delay, life over lifelessness. Every I choose life becomes a spark in the spiritual realm, lighting torches for others who still stand in shadows. You're not just choosing for yourself, you're unlocking blessings for generations after you. So say it boldly, chosen one, I choose life. The moment you do, heaven records your answer and destiny begins to move. When you comment, I choose life, you are making a sacred declaration that your story belongs to God. Those 3 words break cycles of fear and open the gates of renewal. Heaven hears them, and angels record your obedience as covenant truth. Chosen one, the moment you said yes in your heart, heaven began to move. The atmosphere around you shifted quietly but powerfully, like dawn breaking after the longest night. The earth may look the same, but something eternal has changed. You've given God permission to breathe through your story again. This is the mystery of surrender. When you let go, everything starts to fall into place. The key that unlocks the next season is not strength, it's obedience. And your yes has activated heaven's authority. According to what is revealed in the book of James, the chapter 4, verse 7, submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. That verse is not a rule, it's a rhythm. To submit is to synchronize your heartbeat with heaven's. Every time you trust instead of worry, you are resisting darkness. Every time you forgive when it hurts, you are pushing the enemy back. Submission is not weakness, it's warfare. You have no idea what just shifted because of your obedience. The chains that used to bind you are breaking link by link. The storm that used to intimidate you now bows to your authority. The moment you said yes to God, He began saying yes to you in places you haven't even reached yet. Chosen one. There's a divine exchange happening, your small surrender for His vast favor. You are trading anxiety for peace, limitation for purpose, and fear for faith. The more you trust, the more you glow, like embers revived by fresh wind. The fire that nearly went out in you is rising again, stronger, purer, steadier. You might not see it yet, but heaven sees your heart, your quiet endurance, your hidden worship, your whispered prayers. God has been collecting those moments like precious jewels, and now He's weaving them into the crown of purpose that waits for you. This is not the end of your story, it's the spark of a new one. Your obedience has set heaven in motion. Everything that once resisted you is beginning to realign. Destiny is catching up with your courage. And now, I want you to do something gentle, something symbolic, something sacred, not out of routine, not out of pressure, but as an act of agreement. When you press like, think of it as lighting a candle before the throne, an unspoken prayer that says, I stand in faith. It's a whisper of gratitude that heaven hears clearly. When you share this message, imagine it as passing a torch in the dark. Somewhere, another chosen one is on the edge of giving up. Your act becomes the light that guides them home. And when you subscribe, don't see it as a button, it's a covenant. It's you building an altar of remembrance, choosing to stay close to the flow that feeds your faith. Each time you return, heaven recognizes your footsteps. These simple gestures are not digital, they're spiritual echoes. They are ways your soul says, I am here, I am awake, I am ready. You are joining a symphony of believers, all lighting candles, all passing torches, all standing together in the glow of obedience. Chosen one, heaven celebrates you right now. The power of your yes is echoing beyond what you can imagine. You have shifted something eternal by simply choosing to surrender. Let peace settle in your chest and gratitude rise in your heart. You are no longer fighting for victory, you are living from it. Chosen one. The air feels still now. After so much noise, so many battles, you've stepped into a strange silence. It is not empty, it is sacred. Heaven often speaks the loudest in moments that sound quiet. The silence is not absence, it is preparation. This is the space between promise and fulfillment, between obedience and manifestation. You may feel as though nothing is happening, but that's only what your eyes can see. Beneath the surface, everything is shifting. Heaven is rearranging the pieces, orchestrating timing so perfect that when it comes together, you will say, only God could have done this. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 19, verses 11 and 12. Then a great and powerful wind tore through the mountains and shattered the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. That whisper soft, steady, almost fragile is where God hides His strength. The stillness you feel is not delay. It is the gentle whisper after the storm. You've been trained to recognize His presence in miracles. But now you must learn to hear Him in the quiet. Chosen one. Stillness is an invitation. It's God saying, come closer. Stop striving. Let me show you what peace feels like. You've lived in survival mode for too long, fighting, planning, fixing. But there's a new rhythm ahead, one built not on panic but on trust. Heaven is teaching you to rest, not because you've finished everything, but because God has taken over what you cannot control. Sometimes silence feels like abandonment, but it's actually alignment. When God goes quiet, He's tuning your spirit to His frequency. The absence of noise is not punishment, it's preparation. You're being taught to discern without evidence, to trust without explanation, to believe even when nothing moves. In this sacred stillness, God is healing what busyness hid. He's restoring the inner you, the parts that grew weary while pretending to be strong. This quiet is your cocoon. Don't rush it. The butterfly never curses the darkness of its transformation. It waits. And when the waiting ends, it doesn't crawl, it soars. Chosen one, heaven is rebuilding your peace. Every fragment of your past is being fitted into a masterpiece. What once felt broken beyond repair will soon become the foundation for your testimony. The storm that tore you apart has already done its work. Now the silence will piece you back together. This is the hour when patience becomes prophecy. Every moment of stillness is a seed planted in faith. You may not see growth yet, but roots are forming beneath the soil. Soon, when the season changes, the fruit will appear all at once. You will look back and realize that silence was not stillness, it was strategy. Do not despise this quiet. Learn its language, and when the hush, heaven whispers secrets to the humble. In the stillness, strength gathers. This is the kind of peace that cannot be stolen because it was forged in waiting. Chosen one, the silence before the shift is never wasted. It is the inhale before destiny exhales. Wait with reverence, not restlessness. God is closer than the quiet itself. Chosen one, the quiet has done its work. From that sacred stillness, something begins to rise inside you. Courage you thought was gone, faith you thought had faded, a fire you didn't know still lived. Heaven is whispering, it's time to rise. You have rested long enough. Now the command is movement. The battles that once weakened you have built you. The silence that once scared you has shaped you. Everything you went through has prepared you for this moment. The time for hiding has ended. The time for rising has begun. As written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." That verse isn't a suggestion, it's a divine summons. Heaven is calling your spirit to attention. You have been entrusted with light, and the world is darker than ever. That means your glow is needed. The same glory that hovered over creation now hovers over you, waiting for your obedience to release it. Chosen one, when God says arise, He doesn't mean merely stand, He means transform. You cannot rise as the same person you were before the fire. You are being remade in divine likeness, clothed with authority, wrapped in purpose. The shadows that once intimidated you now flee at your approach because the light within you has intensified. You have been through enough darkness to understand the value of dawn. Every scar has become a lantern, every tear a reflection of grace. You have been refined like gold, and the brilliance that once felt buried is breaking through the surface. The world won't understand how you endured, but they will feel your strength when you speak. This rising is not loud, it is luminous. It doesn't demand attention, it commands respect. You won't have to announce that you've changed. The atmosphere will testify for you. You will enter rooms differently, carrying peace where chaos ruled, hope where despair lingered. Heaven's presence will move through you like wind through a field, invisible yet undeniable. Chosen one. Rising does not mean perfection. It means permission to be fully who you were designed to be. God is not waiting for you to be flawless. He's waiting for you to be fearless. You are stepping into a season of divine demonstration where heaven will confirm your identity with power and clarity. This is your awakening. You will speak, and chains will break. You will pray, and peace will fall like rain. You will walk, and territories will shift under your feet. not because you are greater, but because you are surrendered. Now, as a prophetic act, mark your rising. Comment the number 444 below. When you type 444, you are declaring, I am standing in divine order. I am aligned with heaven's timing. The number represents angelic presence, stability, and foundation. It is heaven's confirmation that you are not stepping alone. Every step is guided, guarded, and grounded in divine purpose. Each 444 typed is a symbol of awakening, proof that you have heard the call and chosen to rise. Heaven sees it, angels record it, and the light within you begins to glow brighter than ever before. When you comment 444, heaven witnesses your response. Those numbers declare that your spirit is awake, your path aligned, your steps protected. You're saying, I rise with heaven's rhythm, anchored in purpose, surrounded by divine guardianship. Each 444 you write becomes a spiritual imprint, a reminder that your alignment is complete, your foundation unshakable. It tells the unseen world, I walk in divine order. Nothing can pull me from my appointed path. Chosen one, now that you've risen, you must confront the battlefield within. The greatest war you will ever fight is not with people, not with circumstance, but with the voices that live in your own mind, those quiet doubts that whisper, you're not enough, the shame that lingers even after forgiveness, the fear that disguises itself as caution. These are the invisible chains that must break for your freedom to be complete. The Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Romans, chapter 7, verse 23, But I see another law at work in me, waging war against the law of my mind and making me a prisoner of the law of sin within me. Paul understood what you feel now, that the mind is a battlefield, and thoughts are weapons. The enemy rarely attacks you with visible destruction. He attacks with inner dialogue. If he can convince you to agree with lies, he doesn't need to stop your destiny, it will stop itself. That's why this war must be won inside before victory can manifest outside. Chosen one, your mind has carried years of noise words spoken over you that weren't true, disappointments that replayed like broken records, memories that refuse to fade. They've layered themselves over your soul, dulling your light. But God is peeling those layers away one by one. He's silencing the voices that do not belong to Him. You were never meant to live chained to comparison or regret. You were created to move in freedom, to think like heaven, to feel without fear, to believe without boundaries. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are reprogramming your spirit. Every time you reject a lie and declare truth, you are reclaiming territory in your own mind. Chosen one. The battle within is not proof that you're weak, it's proof that you're transforming. Growth always feels like conflict before it feels like peace. The caterpillar's struggle is what gives strength to the butterfly's wings. Without resistance, it could never fly. Likewise, the pressure in your thoughts is birthing new spiritual authority. You have asked, why can't I rest even when things seem better? It's because the battlefield hasn't fully cleared. God is teaching you to replace reaction with revelation, to respond with prayer instead of panic, to pause before patterns take over. Freedom doesn't come overnight, it comes through renewal. As the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. This is your training ground. When you feel fear rising, take that thought and hand it to God. When self-doubt whispers, counter it with the truth of your identity. When shame returns, remind it that the debt has already been paid. Each act of resistance builds mental strength and spiritual maturity. Chosen one, peace is not the absence of battle, it's the presence of authority. You are learning to command your mind like a warrior commands the field. There will still be days when fear knocks, but now you know it cannot stay unless you open the door. Soon, you will notice the shift, the noise will fade, clarity will return, and your thoughts will align with heaven's voice. You will no longer be at war with yourself. The same mind that once tormented you will become the place where God whispers strategy, vision, and joy. This is true deliverance, not escaping the storm, but finding stillness within it. The battle within is not the end, it is the beginning of mastery. And when your inner world comes into order, every outer battle begins to bow. Chosen one, the fire has been relentless, but so has your endurance. What you once called destruction was actually purification. Every trial you faced was not meant to consume you, but to refine you, to remove what could not follow you into your next season. The pain that once felt like punishment has been heaven's forge, shaping you into something unbreakable. It is written in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 3. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. He will purify the Levites and refine them like gold and silver. Do you understand what that means? The refiner does not walk away from the fire, he sits beside it. He watches the flame carefully, ensuring that it burns just hot enough to transform, never hot enough to destroy. The same is true for you. God has never left the furnace of your trial. He has remained seated beside it, watching, protecting, perfecting. Chosen one, the reason the heat felt so unbearable is because what was being burned away had deep roots: fear, insecurity, pride, pain, and even self-doubt. You prayed for growth, and heaven answered with fire, because fire produces purity. Every tear that fell became a drop of molten faith, shaping the new vessel you are becoming. The refining process is not beautiful while it happens, it's messy, uncomfortable, and often misunderstood. Yet what emerges from it shines with a brilliance that no counterfeit can imitate. You are becoming that brilliance. The fire that once frightened you now bows to your resilience. The flames that tried to consume you have become your light. Chosen one, think of the fire as language. It speaks what peace cannot. It reveals what silence hides. Fire exposes, cleanses, and defines. When gold passes through the furnace, every impurity rises to the surface. The refiner doesn't panic when that happens. He rejoices because it means the process is working. Likewise, every time your weakness surfaced, heaven wasn't disappointed, it was delighted, because exposure is the beginning of healing. You have been through emotional fire, spiritual fire, and relational fire. Each one left marks, but none of them left destruction. Instead, they carved depth into you, depth that will carry anointing, empathy, and wisdom. People will look at you and see strength, but they will not know the fire that built it. The glow others will see on your life is not cosmetic, it's consecrated. It is the residue of trials survived and trust maintained. You are walking proof that flames can purify without erasing identity. Your scars are not shame, they are certification. They prove that you have been through the refining and emerged as heaven's weapon of light. Chosen one, fire also reveals what cannot burn. Faith cannot burn, purpose cannot burn, love cannot burn. What was destroyed was never part of you. It was only the dross clinging to your spirit. God allowed the heat to strip it away so you could see what's eternal within yourself. The furnace was not your enemy, it was your becoming. You will notice, in hindsight, that the fire left behind clarity. You now know who you are, what matters, and who is worthy of your trust. You no longer chase what flickers, you follow what burns steady. So walk forward, chosen one, carrying the warmth of every flame that once tested you. You are the proof that fire doesn't always destroy, sometimes it reveals gold. Heaven has finished its refining work. You are ready to shine, Chosen one, the refining is complete. The fire has released you, and now you stand radiant, polished by trials, strengthened by storms, crowned by endurance. What once broke you has now built you. The furnace you feared became your birthplace of glory. And now heaven begins the unveiling. Everything that was hidden in darkness is about to be revealed. Every false perception of who you are will fall away. The masks that others placed on you will crumble, and the truth of your divine identity will shine like sunrise through shattered glass. As written in the book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 5, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." You are standing in that promise right now. God is not only restoring what was lost, He is doing it publicly. The very people who questioned your worth will witness your anointing overflow. This is not revenge, it is revelation. Heaven wants the world to see what He's been building in secret. Chosen one. This is the moment when heaven's light finds you. You are no longer hidden, you are commissioned. The table has been set, the oil poured, the cup filled. Every delay has led to this display. You've been through the shadows long enough. Now the spotlight of grace finds your face. But remember, this unveiling is not about fame. It's about faithfulness. God reveals you so that others can find Him through your story. You are a living testimony, a lantern walking among those still lost in the dark. And the light you carry will not boast, it will bless. When God lifts the veil, humility must remain your garment. The anointing on your life is not a trophy, it's a torch. Carry it gently. Shine without arrogance, burn without bitterness. The world needs warmth, not pride. Let your glow remind others that even ashes can birth beauty. And now, chosen one, I want you to take a breath and pause. Let your spirit absorb this moment, the unveiling, the peace, the promise. Feel how heaven has carried you here. You are not who you used to be. You are who God always saw you becoming. If these words touch something deep inside you, if they remind you that God still reveals glory through the broken and the brave, then let your response be something beautiful, something symbolic. When you press like, imagine it as lighting a candle on the altar of gratitude. You're whispering, "Thank you, Lord, for not letting the fire end me." When you share, picture yourself opening a window in a dark house, letting the light spill outward. Somewhere, another weary soul will see that glow and remember that hope still breathes. And when you subscribe, don't see it as a button, see it as planting a seed in sacred soil. It's your way of saying, I want to keep growing, keep learning, keep walking with heaven. Finally, leave your reflection below, a comment born from your spirit. Maybe it's just a few words of gratitude or a single line of revelation. Let it be your offering, your echo of faith into the digital air. Chosen one, this is not obligation, it's invitation. These simple acts are not commands, they're connections. They're how souls find each other across distance. How light multiplies, how heaven's message continues its journey through willing hearts. You have been unveiled, anointed, seen. Your light no longer hides, it heals. The world awaits the warmth that only you can bring. Chosen one, now you walk in a rhythm heaven itself has written. The days no longer feel like endless struggle, they carry a pulse, a sacred beat that moves with purpose. You are learning what it means to march as the redeemed, to step not from fear but from fullness. The season of wandering has ended. You no longer move by reaction, you move by revelation. As the psalmist wrote in the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 2, "Let the redeemed of the Lord tell their story, those He redeemed from the hand of the enemy." This is the anthem of your new life. You are not walking as a victim, but as a testimony. Every step you take is a declaration that grace wins, that light has outlasted darkness. You are the living proof that the hand of God rescues and restores. The enemy's grip on your destiny has been broken, and the marks left behind are now medals of mercy. Chosen one, redemption doesn't erase the past, it redefines it. The places where you stumbled become signposts for others. The pain you once hid becomes a roadmap for those still trapped in their night. You are no longer ashamed of what you've survived. You are grateful. The ashes you carried have become ink for a new story that only heaven could write. Your march is not loud, it's steady. Every step hums with peace, with quiet confidence. You are no longer in a hurry, because you trust divine timing. You have learned that delay does not mean denial, it means design. God has synchronized your steps with His purpose, and what used to confuse you now makes sense in the light of redemption. Chosen one, there is something deeply sacred about moving forward when no one claps. You are learning that the applause of heaven is enough. You've stopped seeking validation from those who never saw your value, and instead, you've found joy in simply obeying. That is what maturity looks like, not the absence of pain, but the presence of peace amid it. The road you walk now is different. It's not smooth, but it's sure. You walk through valleys that once terrified you, yet now you see them as training grounds. You cross paths with old fears, and instead of shrinking, you smile. Because you know what once enslaved you now serves you. Chosen one, the redeemed always walk differently. There's a lightness in your stride, a quiet authority in your presence. People may not know your story, but they will feel your strength. They'll sense the peace that surrounds you, the wisdom that follows you, the fire that glows without burning. And as you walk, others begin to follow, drawn not by your words, but by your example. You've become a trail of light through dark places. Your obedience has turned into guidance. Every redeemed step is an invitation for another soul to rise. You are part of something larger than you understand. Redemption is not only personal, it's contagious. Every time you forgive, heaven expands its reach. Every time you choose compassion, another chain falls from someone else's heart. The redeemed do not walk alone, they move as an army of restoration, carrying the fragrance of grace wherever they go. Chosen one, your march will continue beyond this moment. You are no longer bound by what was, you are defined by what is becoming. The rhythm of heaven beats within you, and with each step, creation listens. The world may not recognize it yet, but heaven already does. You are the sound of redemption moving through time. Chosen one, the journey has reached its holy conclusion, not an ending, but an eternal beginning. You have walked through fire and silence, through wilderness and awakening, and now you stand at the threshold of your eternal rescue. Heaven has completed what it began in you. The circle closes, but the story expands beyond your sight. The Apostle Paul wrote in his second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 18, "The Lord will rescue me from every evil attack and will bring me safely to His heavenly kingdom. To Him be glory forever and ever." This is your promise fulfilled. The same God who called you from the shadows has now sealed you in His light. What once chased you no longer can. What once frightened you now bows before your peace. The battle that once seemed endless has become a testimony that never fades. Chosen one, you have learned that salvation is not just a moment, it's a movement. God didn't only pull you out of danger, He pulled danger out of you. He didn't only quiet the storm, He gave you authority to speak peace into every sea you'll ever cross. Your rescue was not just for survival, it was for transformation. Heaven's protection now surrounds you like armor woven of light. The angels assigned to your name have not departed, they have been stationed. The same hand that lifted you from despair now rests gently upon your shoulder, guiding each step forward. You walk not as one who fears the fall, but as one who has learned to trust the wings of grace. Chosen one. What lies ahead is not uncertainty, it is unfolding glory. The things that once broke you now become your building blocks. The voices that once mocked your hope will one day marvel at your peace. You will not need to defend your destiny, your fruit will speak for you. The eternal rescue of God is not escape, it is restoration. He redeems every fragment, every failure, every forgotten dream. You will find yourself walking into rooms you once prayed about, meeting people who were always meant to find you, fulfilling promises that once felt too distant to believe. This is not luck, it is divine orchestration. And though your journey continues, something within you has changed forever. You no longer chase signs, you carry them. You no longer seek affirmation, you radiate assurance. You have become a dwelling place of presence, a walking sanctuary of peace. Chosen one, eternity has already begun in you. The kingdom is not far away, it breathes through your obedience, moves through your compassion, and speaks through your surrender. Every act of love you show is a continuation of heaven's story. You are the evidence that God still rescues, still restores, still reigns. There will still be storms, but now you know the one who commands them. There will still be darkness, but now you carry the flame that never goes out. There will still be seasons of stretching, but you have learned the secret. The stretching is how heaven makes space for more glory. You are sealed, protected, and crowned. The mark of God rests upon you, invisible to the eye but unmistakable in the spirit. Wherever you walk, light follows. Wherever you speak, peace blooms. Wherever you remain, hope lingers. Chosen one. Your story will echo long after this moment ends. The same God who began your rescue continues to write new chapters with every breath you take. You were never ordinary, you were chosen for this precise moment in eternity. The rescue is complete, but the mission continues. Heaven smiles, earth watches, and your spirit finally understands you were never lost. You were being led home all along. Chosen one, before you step away from this sacred space, pause for a moment. Let your heart breathe in everything heaven has spoken. You have walked through fire, silence, revelation, and restoration, and now you stand in light. This is not the end of a message. It is the continuation of your mission. The world is waiting for the glow that now lives inside you. If these words have touched your spirit, let your response be worship, not obligation. When you press like, imagine it as placing a flower on the altar of gratitude, saying quietly, "Thank you, Lord, for finding me, for speaking to me, for rescuing me." When you share, think of it as releasing a dove into the wind. Somewhere, someone is standing on the same edge you once stood upon, waiting for a sign that hope still lives. Your act of sharing becomes the whisper that saves them. When you leave a comment, let it come from your soul, perhaps just a few words of faith, a fragment of thanks, a sentence that carries the warmth of your transformation. Every word you write becomes a candle lit for another traveler still searching in the dark. And when you subscribe, see it not as a routine, but as a promise to stay near the flame that rekindled your courage, to remain connected to the flow of light that continues to speak through these messages. Each return becomes a renewal of strength, a reminder that you are never alone in your walk. Chosen one, your engagement is not a digital act, it's devotion. Through these small gestures, you are saying to heaven, "I am still listening, still learning, still walking in the light. May your light never fade, your courage never falter, and your faith never fail.